Alright, welcome back to inFAMOUS.
Should be a balloon near your location.
We're against the world here.
We gotta take care of the gas balloons.
Damn things are spraying toxin all over the place.
Something.
Sly Cooper. What? I thought this was inFAMOUS, not Sly Cooper. What the hell?
Oh, great, more drones.
Oh, great. We really are in that fucking Canada level from Sly 2. Wow.
And
you
we
ever see
gotta
that
actually
level?
go on the thing.
46 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Again, Sly Cooper. This, okay, so, I mean, I'm making fun of it, but I'm actually, like, this is probably one of the more entertaining missions for me. It was for me. Maybe not for Legon, but it was for me.
It's entertaining, but at the same time, it's also kind of annoying. Because it's like, you have to get to
Yeah.
such a high point all the time, and make sure that your hover doesn't run out right before you get to the platform. And to
Yeah, it's
compound that,
not-
there's also the drone.
Yeah. It's, the sad thing is, it's like, it has that Sly Cooper, it has, it ripped off Sly Cooper in that regard, but it doesn't have any of the things that made those kind of missions in that, at least in Sly 2, fun, because I thought the Canada level in that game was really fun, and it had missions like this. But in this one, it's kind of like,
It's
the flaws of inFAMOUS itself hold it back,
it's more of an homage.
even though it's a
than
better
anything
idea.
else. Oh, okay, good. They only
Yeah.
take one hit.
Which is sad. It's kind of sad to talk about the mission structure of this game in that an homage is one of the better missions in the game. This is a really cool look, though. Like, this would be a cool wallpaper. It's just cold, bringing the lightning down and having the lighting go out. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And it's cool that it's also only at one specific spot, too, so there's that.
Yeah. I think it's interesting to observe just these missions, though, because it's like, it does shows how many I don't want to say flaws, how many it has, but this game definitely has some
Definite
Meh.
flaws.
issues. Yeah.
There's another balloon in your
It definitely has them.
Get over
It's
there
just,
before this whole thing spins
it's
out
sad
of
to see the potential of something like this being better than it is, and it's like it did get realized in the second game, but still.
Yeah. They were still learning with this one. It's
Yeah.
It's very
and they were
much
still trying to
suffering the
break
problem
free from
of,
this.
yeah, it's very much
The
the problem
ones.
of it's the first game of the series.
I didn't know what was gonna happen with
Yeah.
Trish.
And on top of it being the first game in the series, it's also a developer who's trying to break away from their long development habits in terms of designing a game.
Guess I'm the
Yeah.
last person you want to talk
Because you don't
to
design
right
3
now.
games back to back to back and not have some clear habits that you need to break free of.
Nothing happened like I thought it was going to.
Yeah. It's like, we need to get rid of this thing that's been... We want to do this thing that's been in Sly Cooper. Okay, but only do it once and do it at the end. Okay. And that's kind of how
Except
it
they
went.
don't. Except they don't, and the sad thing is, like, they kept doing it throughout parts of the game, and it's been more noticeable to me now than it was when I played it back in, like, 2011.
Yeah,
when I got the
'cause-
collection.
Yeah,
Or
it's very
2012.
different. It's very different being an observer compared to being the one playing the game.
Yeah, and it's like I didn't pick up on it as much as I have since we've been doing this LP, and it's kind of crazy.
Oh, where's the balloon? Where's the balloon? Where is it?
It says... That just reminded me of a SpongeBob skit, the episode where it's Free Balloon Day. I don't know if you ever saw that. Where's
No.
the balloon? Where's the
is
candy
my
bar?
balloon?
Where's my candy bar, SpongeBob? You just ate it, Patrick! Oh my good lord, why? How do you find these? How do you know where to
The
find
mini-map.
The mini-map. Not your totally addicted brain telling you exactly where to go.
I need a guide in order to find all of them. Shut up.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah,
Guide, he
this is the
says.
interesting thing about the mind control gas. It basically turns everyone against you, whether you're a hero or a villain. Which doesn't make much difference if you're a villain, because they're already all attacking you anyway.
Nice. It's a nice touch to actually to give it well, it does sound kind of like a spoiler, but I'll make it anyway. It's like to give a point to this over Batman Arkham Knight. There's an actual decent attention to detail in that regard.
Yeah.
But we'll save that when we get to Arkham Knight, like 10 years from now.
Yeah, and then Persona 3, 11 years after that.
Yeah, I know. Persona 3 when we're in our 50s. Oof.
Man,
I'm still
remember
hip
when
with the
this
kid.
was a starting out channel?
Remember when we were starting out? Oh, baby, 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 baby. Ow, my back. I just want to burn my dread leg on.
Persona 3 memes in the inFAMOUS Let's Play.
I know, right? What have we become?
Persona fanboys.
This is well, we've always been that. We didn't become that. I actually think it's kind of cool that just the visual effect is pretty neat on having to take out the lightning.
Oh yeah, and the gas also kind of hurts too. Basically automatically.
It also gives you that. It also gives you that effect when the goo would like get on your face from early in the game, which is again another nice detail.
Yeah, it's neat,
like
but at the same time, it's also a little annoying in terms of gameplay.
Yeah, little annoying, but like I said, I think this is one of the missions I can kind of overlook some of this stuff.
Why did I clip through it? What?
Well, more like you went at it at an angle that was not going to do you any favors.
Jump!
But
why aren't you jumping?
Okay, some of this is attributed to Legon being bad at this game.
I
I'm
was
just gonna say that.
smashing the jump button. There is no reason he wasn't.
But like I said, I think this is one of the few missions I can genuinely be fair and overlook some of the more annoying aspects of it, or just say that it's a like I keep complaining about this game not having a lot of variety, and I'll give it fair due that this is definitely a mission with variety in it.
This is decent variety. It's not great
Yeah.
variety, but it's decent. It's better than nothing.
Yeah, it's better than here stand on this pillar and take out like 20 enemies at a time or whatever.
Like
Which
the
is
last
like
mission and
half of
quite
the
a few
game.
missions before that.
Yeah, half of the game at this point.
Oh yeah, and Sasha's basically, hey, you could have gone with me instead, and this would have been easier. No, it wouldn't have. You still would have been trying to hamper my control just as much now as you would have before. And vibrating my controller like nothing else.
I know. It's like, listen, lady, just because you're lonely doesn't mean you have to make my controller into your dildo.
Just because Kessler left you wet doesn't mean you have to go after me. I could have worded that way better.
Damn, that one was just like, Jesus Christ, man. This character's fictional. She's already gone, man. You don't have to roast her that hard. Listen, just because baby daddy left you alone doesn't mean you have to take it out on... Oh, wait a minute. I see why you're taking it out on me. We'll get there. That joke has layers to it, I'm telling you.
Man, the results of a one-night stand.
That could be just the subtitle of this fucking game. The results of a one-night stand.
That's gonna be the title of the part.
Starring Cole the hero, question mark?
Cole McGrath, the results of one-night stands.
So that's why the drones all look like dicks as well.
Oh, this one
This is
has
just
a
all
turret
fever.
now.
This one's just all fever dream in his head about that one-night stand.
That actually canonizes the second son. Because the good ending in 2 is canon, and let's just say it complicates things for Cole being the protagonist. I'm not gonna say more than that.
Let's just wait till we get to that, probably around next year, because I don't imagine it'll take us that long to get to the second game.
I'd hope not.
Mostly because I mean we'll probably do it a little earlier than say other sequels of series of games that we're gonna cover, because like I really do want to get to the good Infamous game, not being that disrespectful.
I mean, we'll probably do like Festival of Blood next year at the very least, because it's like that one doesn't really have much ties to spoilers or of anything besides Cole and Zeke are in New Orleans. I mean, not New Orleans.
I mean, yeah. Well, is it not? Is it another one of those fictional, like technically not New Orleans?
Yeah, it's called New
just
Marais.
one. Oh yeah, okay, you're right. I was like, it was so much just New Orleans that I was like, it's New Orleans.
They just replaced Orleans with Marais.
Yeah. Because this one's totally not New York City, even though it's kind of not New York City realistically.
Oof. Poor New York.
All right.
It's so much
Fuck New
better.
York.
It's represented in a far more positive light in Spider-Man, but also still a more negative light somehow.
I can't wait to get to Spider-Man PS4. That game is so good.
Yeah.
But let's not get our hopes up.
We're
about
getting
other-
sidetracked because of how far apart these things are and how much of a pain they are
I
to
know.
get to.
I know. Another disappointing thing, because that's another thing about Infamous 2 that sticks out in my mind better, is like, even though there's a lot,
The pacing is way better.
Well, yeah, that's not what I was gonna say, Mister. I'm gonna
The
cut you
pacing,
off.
the pacing of the mission structure, yeah.
It is better. You're right, but like what I was gonna say was, even though you're traversing the open world almost, I don't want to say as badly as this one, but it's pretty up there. Like the environments and just the town itself is a lot
It's
more
way more interesting to look at.
Yeah, they have way more diverse areas because they incorporate the swampy areas and all that stuff. So it's a lot more fun.
There's also that, which
Whereas
is
this
pretty
one-
much the entire game in general. Like, not even just that.
Yeah, and whereas this one is just kind of every single island's a dirty, dirty town with rooftops and railways, you know, and a subway.
It's like
It's not really.
I woke up
diverse.
on the safe area of the final island, and I thought I was on the second island again.
Yeah, and
That's
it's like
how
none of the
copy paste
islands.
these textures seem.
Yeah, and it's like the sad thing is this island only starts to look different when you're at the final mission of the game, which is still a cool, memorable part, but you know, they
It
really
shouldn't
kind of
just
stretch.
be memorable because it's been so long and it's also been so monotonous throughout most of the
Yeah.
experience. Like
That's
half
a-
of the
that's a
experience is
fair-
pretty much the first area.
You know, I
Yeah,
think
that's a
attack
fair
went over
opinion
base.
because like
Now, I've managed
I
to
definitely
rig
think
up
it
an old police
shows
chopper with some surveillance
blatantly
cameras.
how much they've
That should help us
stretched the team
pinpoint the race
thin
gear's
and stretched their
location.
budget thin by reusing so many textures and so many areas
Look,
again
I
and
spent
again.
months following Kessler around.
Like there was two towers that were literally identical. The one in the start of the game and then another tower towards the end. It's like you just feel like you're going through the same thing.
Yeah, it just feels repetitive, which compounded with the gameplay at this point doesn't help much of anything. Which
Right.
yeah. And the next
It's almost
mission is
kind of a-
actually yeah. No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you first.
I was gonna say it's almost. Oh my god! Shut up, Legon.
Okay, fine.
This is why you're a bad Let's Player. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
This game is just, I mean, it's. I'm glad it's sold well enough for it to get better sequels, but at the same time, it almost is a little like lucky that it remained commercially successful enough to get a sequel. Because like I don't even think the reviews for this game are that highly praising.
It got 8.
But I think
it
enough-
got like an 8 or 9 out of 10 mostly.
And I'd question that a little bit, but still, like how I feel is kind of
I
like.
question the 9, but I don't really question the 8.
Yeah. Well, I could see it being like a 7.5 in my own personal opinion, but let's save that for final thoughts. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just I think a lot of people would have checked this game out just to check it out, not necessarily keep it long term. It didn't age that well.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing with this. It's like, wow.
It's like a game from early PS3 era not aging well is kind of surprising considering. Say what you will about Metal Gear Solid 4,
Or
it's still
Uncharted.
pretty landmark. Yeah, or even Uncharted. Well, Uncharted 1.
Uncharted
kind
to
of-
an extent.
Actually, I feel the same. Okay, Uncharted starting with 2.
Okay.
Age is better than, which is ironic because like I'll admit I'll call myself out a little bit, and that I said I thought Uncharted 2 didn't age as well as this did, and now that I've gone through this again, I'm like, no,
now
I
that
take it
you've
back.
seen the game,
Yeah, now that I've seen through the game again, and I'm not just wearing
Going off
some
of
nostalgic
nostalgia.
gal- Yeah, I can admit that Uncharted 2 feels better, and I would go back to it more than I would go back to this. So I can take that.
Uncharted 1 probably did age just about as well as this, though. I'd probably say that.
Yeah, but my claim was that Uncharted 2 even didn't, and I'm like, now that I've gone through it, I can full circle this LP and say, nah, that was kind of crazy.
Yeah. And we're gonna go after the race sphere. Next part. Because I just realized how long it's been. See you guys next time.
See you guys next time on Better Pacing the LP.
I mean, it's just like the game.